Hi, my name is Gabby and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are going to budget my second paycheck of November, so let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so today we have just over $2,100 to budget. This number is not quite accurate. I do have the interest that hit from my high yield savings account, which is about $117. I'm really late to budgeting. Today's Sunday, December 1st, and I got paid, I want to say it was like the 20th. Let's see. Oh, I got paid on the 22nd, so over a week ago. So the $2,100 that you see up here is my paycheck, and then a $300 bank bonus that I got from Bank of America. I think the requirements to get the bank bonus were two $1,000 deposits within, I want to say like 90 days. I don't remember the specifics. My boyfriend keeps track of that for me. He keeps track of like a churning like spreadsheet with like credit cards and big bonuses in that. I haven't done one in a while. I kind of got a little lazy, but I decided to do one randomly, and that's the one I decided on. I completed it with the 2 paychecks in November, so that has been paid out. It paid out fairly quickly. It took just over a week to pay out. Those $300 are going to go directly into my solo trip, which I'm hoping to mostly fund with these bonuses or like selling items. That's all that the $1,700 has been so far. I want to say that about $1,400 has come with various bank bonuses that I've done throughout the year, and then the remaining $338 and change has been from selling some stuff on eBay. I want to say it was my golf clubs, I believe. Some old golf clubs I had that I got rid of just because they were taking up space, and I got some new ones. That leaves $1,807.43 to budget. I will use that to fund December and then come back and send extra money to November. Sorry, that was my sister. This actually has to do with the overspent categories that you see up here, which we'll get into in just a minute. Let me text her back real quick. I entered in a transaction that my sister sent me money for. She reimbursed me for the phone bill and just some extra charges that I had. So that actually took care of 2 of the overspending. So before we get into talking about this overspending, which you saw a little bit of while I was doing my sister's transaction, I will get into budgeting the paycheck that I have like I normally do to cover December. Since today is December 1st, you will see that this amount in the ready to assign will decrease, and that is because I have overspent technically in my checking account, so that money will be deducted from my ready to assign. Let's just see how far we can get, because it might not be enough to like cover everything I need with these bills. We might have to like jump back and forth a little bit. So $1,236.45 is what we have to work with right now. Let's go ahead and take care of all of the bills. For half, it would be half these bills would be $151.28. That fully funds everything. It's not asking me to send any money towards my rent, and that's because I do technically have rent already funded. I normally keep an extra month's worth of rent in that category, but I do want to still fund the full amount. So we'll send the $601.38 to fully fund this month. So technically I'm like 2 months ahead on rent. It just makes me feel good to have that taken care of. If for whatever reason something were to happen, not only do I have my emergency fund, not only am I a full month ahead, but I also have an extra month of rent. I like it. You don't have to do it, but it makes me feel good. So that's taken care of. Let's see. For subscriptions and fees, we have all of the streaming monthly subscriptions like, Oura Ring, Peloton and all that, YNAB, Amazon Prime, Divvy membership, and my credit cards. We'll go ahead and fund it all. $40.49. It's only asking me to fund $40.50 for groceries. I guess technically that's all I would need to meet my goal, but I do like to just fund this all the way through and then go back pull any extra money I have in the category and reassign that. I don't want to like deviate from what I normally do, even though I guess technically that would solve my issue of maybe not having enough money in to cover because of that overspending in December. Let's skip this for now. Let's see how the rest of the month goes, because I might have to do that. Let's go ahead and send another $25 to rideshare. I normally do send $50. Entertainment normally gets $50 as well, so we'll send $25 there. This is really weird, because normally I don't wait till the beginning of the month to do this. It's just like a weird month. Normally this would be done already. Miscellaneous normally gets $25 a month, so we'll send it $12.50 there. And then household consumable normally gets $10 a month, so we'll send $5. All right, under things, we'll typically, okay, so normally gets $15, so that's fine. Shopping would get $100, hobbies $50, personal care, self-care, those are all good. So we'll send all that money there. I think I need to change these targets so that they're exactly like this. These ones up here, I have this one is set aside another $50 each month. And for this one down here, I have refill up to $125 each month. So what do I have? Let's change this target because I wanted to ask me the same thing. Okay, I'm gonna have to go through and edit these targets as well. So I'm just gonna take a second to do that. Okay, so I went through and fixed my targets, which means I need to send an extra $20.32 to my, oh gosh, what am I doing? Let's just start over there. To my phone bill, because I messed that one up. ComEd is right. We want $50 a month. Rent is right. I think all of these are correct. To fully fund food, we need $275, but we only have $160. This is right. This is all right. Okay. And then, yeah. The rest of this underfunding comes from overspending from like credit cards and things like that. So, perfect. So technically to cover everything, we need food, and then I have $117.35 that I need to also have up here in addition to the $275 that is underfunded for food. That would be for one of my goals. I've been sending that to my down payment, but this time around I'll send it to my Roth IRA. Let's do what we can with this $160.48. So we'll go ahead and take care of the food and $35. We'll do the other $35.48 towards dining out. Yeah, so this budget with me is a huge mess because as you can see, $114.52 is still needed to fully fund this month, which never really happens. But if we go back to November, you can see I still have $570.98 to work with. I just have to like move money around. So let's take care of some of this. Let's start at the beginning. So streaming, there was one bill that was a little higher than normal, and I think Hulu. So $6.90. Let's go ahead and take care of that with our AT&T bill because I had some extra money there. Perfect. So that does reduce the overspent category by 1. American Express, this is my annual fee for my American Express Platinum card. The fee is $675, which I realize is an insane amount of money. I do use the benefits. I get my money's worth out of this card. I just have to like front the money. I wouldn't pay for it if I wasn't getting at minimum $675 worth. So these are some of the benefits I get. So Hulu is a service that I've been paying for years, and we get a $20 Hulu credit per month. So that's $240 that I would deduct from this because we're going to continue to pay for that. Uber credit, I get $15 a month for Uber, and then an extra $20 in December. So this month I got $35 for a total of $200 a month for Uber. So that's another. So between the Hulu and the Uber, you're looking at $440 that you would deduct from the $675. And I definitely use that every month. Not having a car, I do mostly try to rely on bus and train, and I feel like I do a pretty good job. My ride share each month is very minimal, and even then we try to use like divvy bikes and scooters when we can because they're way cheaper than obviously Ubers. But occasionally we do take Lyfts, we do take Ubers. I'm not going to say no if we're really tired or if it's really late or really early for that matter. We'll do it. So that's when that comes in handy. On top of that, there's a $200 like hotel credit, $200 airline credit that we've used to like choose our seats on flights or like for a checked bag. What else? Oh, $100 Saks credit, which I don't use. It's like $50 for each half of the year. I don't just use $50 towards a purchase because then that would mean I'd have to spend more money and Saks is kind of expensive. But what I've done is I go into the store, buy a $50 gift card, and right now I have 3 of those gift cards, and once my perfume runs out, I will use those 3 $50 gift cards to buy myself a perfume, and then my perfume will only be like $20. So I think I'm getting my money's worth. My global entry will be free once that is approved, assuming it's approved. So definitely getting my money's worth. There's a bunch of other benefits like lounge access when we're traveling that we've been taking advantage of here and there. We don't get to go to the Centurion Lounge as often as we'd like, just because here in Chicago, the Centurion Lounge is in the international terminal at O'Hare. And unfortunately, we just don't travel international as much as we do domestic, but we try to go whenever we can. We also get like priority pass. So we do take advantage of the benefits. Otherwise, I wouldn't pay that much. It's just a matter of like fronting the fee. I keep very close track of the benefits I use. If it comes to the point where it's not worth it, I will cancel it. I considered canceling it this year because I was like, we haven't been traveling it as much, especially international, to use the Centurion Lounge, which is like the big appeal, but ultimately decided that the other benefits are still worth it to us. I'm fine with it. I am going to cover this with travel because it's mainly what we use it for. It's a travel card. And I honestly didn't save up money for it. I probably should have, but the $568.17 that I had to cover, I will take from a travel category. So that's that. And then that leaves 3 overspend categories. One of them is giant. Let's jump down here to travel. $65.77. That's what I spent in Buffalo when we went for Thanksgiving. There is one more charge in December, so we'll jump forward to cover that as well. We'll go ahead and cover that with the Buffalo sinking fund that I had saved up there, and it's just McDonald's. The day that we got there super late and needed food. A grocery store run, wings, 50-cent wings, if you could believe it, and they were so good. Ugh, yum. So last night we decided to stay at an airport hotel because the snow was so crazy. It was so crazy, and rather than getting a ride, because it was like a 30 to 40 minute drive, rather than getting a ride and risking my boyfriend's mom getting stuck in the snow, just her driving back by herself and all that. We decided to Uber. It was only, I think, like $55, so $27.50 my half. Definitely worth it. I can't believe it was that cheap, because it would have been way, way more here in Chicago for that distance and that time. And she could have just, stayed home, be safe, and sleep in the morning, because our flight was at 6 in the morning. So we would have had to leave around like 3 because of the snow and how long it took. It was the right move to leave a little early and stay at an airport hotel, even though, it costs more, because we had to take a lift and had to use points for the hotel. So that's okay. So we'll cover that and then jump forward to December. $15 will also cover with Buffalo. Perfect. And then I think at some point in December, I'm going to go through and clear all these out. Once I go through and clean up my budget for next year, clear all these out, put that in the travel category until I start planning out my trips for next year. Let's jump back. So now we only have 2, but they're big ones. So for Black Friday, I did finally buy a bunch of underwear and a bunch of socks. So I'm feeling really good and a couple of bras actually. And then shopping. Obviously this number is disgusting. I considered not filming a video because of this, but I kind of thought that I would show you anyways, just for a little transparency. This is not my final number. I don't know what to do. Honestly, I'm a little shocked at how fast this added up, but I shouldn't be. Oh God, I don't know what happened. I don't know. I guess it's just fall and winter clothes are my favorite. And on top of that, I've lost some weight, so a lot of my clothes just don't fit me anymore. I've been wearing the same few things just over and over and over and over, and I'm tired of them. They're starting to look worn just because I keep wearing the same things over and over. I just felt like I needed new clothes, and I did it. I bought some stuff. Obviously, I bought way more than I needed to. There are some returns here that will be happening. That's one of the hard things with losing weight. It's hard to know your sizes. So when I go to Gap or Madewell, for example, Gap is a little harder because there's no Gap near me, but I order from Gap all the time. So I know I can either ship it back quickly and then within a week I'll get a refund, or Madewell, there's one half a mile from me, maybe a mile. I don't really know. It's fairly close. I can walk there, return it, and it'll be fine. But I had to buy some items in multiples so I could figure out my sizing. So that's partly why this number is so high. But I also bought a ton of things, to be clear. I think I'm going to start by resetting some of these amounts to 0 and see how much money I have at that point. So it's all of these, yep. All of these except for household consumables. How much is that? Yeah, that should be right. Reset available amounts. It's crazy, $931.05, and I still don't have enough to cover this. I will have some returns, and I feel like it's going to be kind of significant in terms of how much I will be returning. Okay, perfect. Okay, so that was my main concern, is how do I get more money to December? So now that I've cleared out my spending categories that I normally would in the previous month to reassign, I have some money in December that I can go ahead and fund the rest of the month. So we'll go ahead and take care of the rest of the food categories here, which are treats and work lunches underfunded. Oh, yeah. And then I was like, why is this such a weird amount? But it's because, yep, perfect. And then the $117.35, which was my high yield savings account interest, we'll send to my Roth IRA. Yes. It's reimbursements. It was charged today. It's Netflix. My sister will pay me in a few days once all the streaming charges come through. So we'll be fine with that. Come back here and let's see where we can pull some money. All right. Let me figure out how much I'm thinking I will be returning. So I really think I'm going to be returning about half of what I am overspent, which is still like a very large amount of activity, like net, I guess. And I'm still going to have to like move money around from other categories, but I don't want to really mess with that right now. So what do? I was really hoping to send money to visitors. Okay, so we're covering all of under things, ready to assign. We'll go ahead and, wait, what did I do? No. We'll go ahead and send the $598.73 to shopping. And then I'm going to do my returns. I'm going to see if there's anything else, really go through all of my purchase and take a look, see if there's anything else that I can get rid of, bought duplicates of, don't really need, make those returns and see how much lower I can get this number because it's kind of nuts, and then do that. And obviously I still have a fair amount here, but I think I can get this pretty low and see if I need to, I'll pull from holding or either hobbies or self-care to take care of the rest of the overspending. But wow. This is insane. I cannot believe this. Well, now I don't understand. This always happens to me when I wait too long to budget between months. I have some extra money here now and ready to assign $55.25. So I sent that extra $55.25 to visitors because December is going to be a busy month. It's going to be very expensive. Today's the 1st and every weekend. Nuts. So this upcoming week I have my work holiday party. Then we're going out with some friends. We're going out for dinner. We're going to go to the Nutcracker. My brother and his family are coming to visit the following weekend. We have some fun activities planned for that weekend, so very costly. Weekend after that, my sister will be in town for about 2 weeks, which is kind of awesome. I mean, it is awesome, and obviously we'll have a ton of things to do. She wants to take a candle making class, which doesn't really interest me. I'm going to ask her if she wants to take a pasta making class. I think that sounds a little more fun. I think she'll be into it though. We kind of briefly talked about it once, but all those things cost money. And it's money that I already spent. So what was I thinking? I don't know. I have decisions to make. I'm going to stop filming, edit this video, upload this video, and then get to figuring out what I bought and what I really need to keep. I have been watching, what's her name on YouTube? I think it's like Don't Be a Lemon. Is that what it is? Is that her name? Don't Be a Lemon on YouTube. It's kind of pretty much since she started posting months ago, like 4, 5, 6 months ago. And she talks about like kind of being addicted to shopping and all of that. And I relate to a lot of the things she has said so much. Not fully everything, because it's not so much about, for me, it's not so much about like a looks thing, you know, which she has mentioned it is for her, but it's more of, I don't know, I just get this high from shopping, and I always have. And my mom used to mention it to me, and it was under control for a while, never fully under control, but just it's been less than what it is now and what it has been in the last few years. So I don't know, it's a little concerning. Something I'm always working on, and it's never smooth. It may not seem like it, but it is something I'm like actively thinking about and working on, and I like try to fight it, but then I have months like November where I dropped $2,000 on what? On nothing that I shouldn't be dropping. Like $2,000 is so much money for me. It's ridiculous. It's more than a paycheck, like way more than a paycheck. It's crazy. And I shouldn't be doing that. And now I'm panicking seeing that number. I spent like an hour before this video just going through and adding in all the transactions. I don't know. I just wasn't prepared for this Black Friday, and I'm so over it. I hate that Black Friday lasts an entire month now. It used to be like Black Friday and then like the weekend maybe, and that's it. And now it's all of November, and I wish I wasn't so I'm the target audience. It works on me. It really does. So it's something to work on the rest of this year, all of next year, and forever. So I definitely had fun doing it. I had fun while I was doing it, but now that I had to go in and enter in all my transactions and seeing that number, wow. But like I said, I will go through all of my emails, see if there's anything that maybe I bought duplicates of, like, and I'm not saying the exact same sweater twice. I'm saying like maybe 2 black sweaters, or like a gray sweater and a charcoal sweater. I don't need that, seeing if there's similar things that I like one more of that I can get rid of the other one and make some hard decisions for. Anyways, thank you so much for joining me in today's video. If you haven't done so already, make sure you give this video a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe. Bye.